Today, I want to talk about a speaking technique I call the reciprocal meaning. And the way this works is you take a word or a phrase or a concept you're working with, and it has one meaning in the first part of your speech, and then it flips to mean the opposite in the second part of your speech to deliver the message. And it's usually in the second part, there's a positive connotation to it. So depending on the subject, it could be negative in the beginning, positive in the end, or it could be positive in the beginning and negative in the end, depending on how you want your speech to come out. But let's just take a look at a couple examples. Let's take the word mad, M-A-D. And you give a speech and you talk about how mad you were and how mad you got at this and that how right you were and that you were getting mad at people all the time. And then you have a realization where you realize that in order to be that mad at people, you must be mad, meaning crazy. So in the first one, it means upset, angry. The second one is you're mad, you're crazy. And so you use the same word and you flip it at the end. And so it actually has impact on the audience because of the meaning shift. Another example of this would be, let's say things are going along and you get up and you have your speech and you can't find a parking place on the way to work and you go, great. And you get into work and you got a stack of stuff on your desk and you go, great. And you can't work, you can't get away through lunch and you go, great, I don't get to go to lunch. And so you're using the word great in a sarcastic manner through your whole speech. And then something flips and at the end and you go, you know what, that is great. And great now flips to mean something very positive, where the fact that I had a great job. And yes, all those things that were going on, I was thinking great. And then something really good does happen and you go, great. So it builds that repeated phrase through the stage or through the speech. Now, it doesn't have to just be with a word. It can be with a concept. And I was just playing with this before I decided to cut this video. And let's just say you went out and you're driving to work and you're going, look at all these people. Where did they come from? I can't get to work. And you go to a ball game and you're trying to get in the game or the stadium. You go, look at all these people. There's people everywhere. You know, it just seems like we're so crowded. And so you have this negative connotation about all these people. And then let's just say, for instance, there's some sort of a protest or there's something that comes together where people actually need to bond together and do something to support somebody. Or maybe you had a fundraising activity and you look out and you said, wow, look at all these people. I can't believe where they came out for this. So you set it up as a negative in the beginning and then look at all these people. Another example I was just playing with was, I couldn't believe all the mail I was getting. I came home, it was junk mail. It was this, it was this, it was this. And I couldn't believe all the mail I was getting. It wasn't fitting in my mailbox. I couldn't believe all the mail I was getting. And then let's just say something happens to you and all of a sudden you start getting letters from people you didn't know. And you go, I couldn't believe all the mail I was getting. People I never heard of were writing to me, thanking me or telling me, giving me their condolences or whatever was going on. The concept is you set up a word, a phrase in the beginning of your speech. That's why I call it the reciprocal meaning. And then you flip it in the end to mean something completely different. And it gives continuity through your speech and also allows you to add some impact onto your audience. So that's the tip for today. See you next week.